You and your person have always shared a deep connection, one that activated something profound within both of you. This activation stirred your hearts, leading to an intense bond, but also awakening emotions and truths that neither of you could ignore. Despite the strength of this connection, a phase of separation became necessary. While this distance might have felt painful and confusing at times, it was crucial to push your person into the next stage of their personal awakening. Sometimes, distance provides the clarity that closeness cannot, and this separation, though emotionally challenging, was a critical part of both of your journeys. For your person, this separation has been especially emotional. They lie awake at night, their thoughts consumed by you. You've become a catalyst for them, not only in their emotions but also in the changes they feel compelled to make in their life. Your presence, even in absence, has ignited something within them that they can no longer ignore. The memories of you, your connection, and the energy you shared keep pulling at them, motivating them to reevaluate their life, their choices, and what they want moving forward. Both of you have faced tough cycles in this connection, periods of emotional intensity, confusion, and growth. These cycles have not only tested your bond but also pushed both of you to confront your inner worlds, your desires, and your fears. It's no surprise that you may be feeling particularly exhausted lately. The weight of this emotional labor, combined with the demands of your day-to-day life, has likely taken a toll on you. You've been working diligently, not just in a practical sense, but also in the emotional and spiritual realms. The intensity of these cycles may have drained you, but they have also been necessary for your growth and transformation. Your person has noticed the shift in your energy. You've turned inward, focusing on self-love and self-care, and this has not gone unnoticed. In fact, as you've prioritized yourself, it has opened your person's heart in ways they didn't expect. They're feeling the weight of this shift deeply, and though it's making them reflect on their feelings, it's also causing them some heartache. They're beginning to feel as if you're outgrowing them, as if the more you focus on yourself and your own healing, the further you move away from them. This realization has left them feeling a mix of emotions, admiration for your growth, but also a sense of fear and sadness. There's a push and pull between the two of you, a dynamic where the more energy you invest in this connection, the more they seem to pull away or suppress their emotions. This has likely been a source of frustration for you, as it feels like an emotional tug-of-war. But in reality, this dynamic reflects the internal struggles both of you are facing. Your person may be repressing their emotions not because they don't care, but because the depth of what they feel is overwhelming. They may not yet know how to fully process or articulate these feelings. At the same time, they sense that you're becoming more independent, more grounded in your own self-worth, and this causes them to retreat further out of fear of losing you altogether. Your patience throughout this journey has been remarkable. You've allowed space for both yourself and your person to grow, even when it's been difficult. Now, as you continue to focus on yourself, your soul's intentions are beginning to manifest. You've planted the seeds of love, growth, and transformation, and those seeds are starting to take root. The energy you've poured into yourself and your intentions for this connection are beginning to bear fruit. It's becoming clearer to you that what you desire, whether it's love, honesty, or deeper emotional connection, is within reach. Your person is also beginning to realize that if they want to reconnect with you in a meaningful way, they have to approach you with love and honesty. They can no longer afford to hide behind their fears or repress their emotions. They know that in order to bridge the gap between you, they need to show up authentically. This may take time, but they are awakening to the fact that love cannot flourish in dishonesty or emotional suppression. They realize that if they want to be part of your life moving forward, they must be vulnerable, open, and truthful, both with themselves and with you. Ultimately, this phase of separation, though difficult, has been a powerful catalyst for both of you. It has allowed space for growth, reflection, and transformation. While it may feel like a period of emotional turbulence, it's also a time of healing and awakening. As you continue to focus on yourself, know that your journey is guiding you toward the love, honesty, and connection you deserve, whether with your person or elsewhere. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should, and that the energy you've poured into this connection is not in vain. The attraction I feel toward you is unlike anything I've ever experienced. It's powerful and overwhelming in the most beautiful way. You've brought out feelings in me that I didn't even know existed, and what's even more remarkable is how deeply you've impacted my life. You've inspired me to take charge of my own destiny, to stop letting others control me or make decisions on my behalf. With your support, I've learned to set boundaries and stand firm in my choices. I don't think you realize just how much you've contributed to my growth. You've helped me heal in ways I never imagined, and in so many aspects of my life, I've gained a new sense of independence and confidence. I'm so proud of the person I am becoming, and I owe so much of that to you. The way your love has transformed me is nothing short of amazing. Your belief in me, your encouragement, and your unwavering support have pushed me to become a better version of myself. It's not just about achieving more, but about being more present, more aware, and more in tune with who I truly am. I can't begin to express how grateful I am for that. To be honest, you are simply the most amazing person I have ever known, and I find myself in awe of you every day. I want to build a life with you, one that is filled with purpose, love, and fulfillment. I want to offer you a life where we can both thrive, support each other's dreams, and grow together. When you came into my life, I wasn't expecting anything like this. I wasn't looking for something so real, so honest, and so true. Yet, you arrived, and everything changed. From the very beginning, there was a depth to your honesty and genuineness that caught me off guard. It's rare to meet someone so authentic, and I think that's what drew me to you in the first place. Even now, when I think back on the moments we've shared, I feel such a profound sense of emotion. I find myself reflecting on those memories often, and each time, it takes me on an emotional journey. The connection we share is unlike anything I've ever experienced before, and I cherish it deeply. There's something I need you to know. As much as I may not always show it, I'm working hard toward the life we both envision. I'm much closer to our union than it might seem. Sometimes it may feel like the road is long and the challenges are endless, but I am committed to us and to the future we're building together. All I ask is that you don't lose your faith in me along the way. Your belief in me means more than I can put into words. It's what keeps me going, what pushes me to keep striving even when things get tough. I know that we can get there together, and I am more determined than ever to make that a reality. One of the things that sets you apart from anyone else I've known is how you've helped me see myself, really see myself, in both the good and the bad. You're the first person who has shown me my darker side, and I'll admit, it hasn't always been easy. There have been moments when it hurt, when it deflated my ego and left me feeling vulnerable. But looking back, I realize how important that was for my growth. You didn't shy away from the truth, and in doing so, you've given me the gift of self-awareness. As difficult as it's been at times, I have so much respect for you for that. It takes real courage and love to help someone confront their flaws, and I'm incredibly grateful for the way you've done that with me. Through all of this, my respect and admiration for you have only deepened. I feel incredibly lucky to have you in my life, and I want you to know that I am fully committed to becoming the best version of myself, not just for me, but for us. I'm working on the things you've helped me see, and I am determined to keep growing and improving. Together, I believe we can create something truly beautiful, a life filled with love, honesty, and a deep connection that continues to evolve and strengthen over time. You've transformed me in ways I never expected, and I am so incredibly thankful for you. As we move forward, I want you to remember that I am always here, always working toward the future we both want. With your love and your faith in me, I know we can accomplish anything. I understand now that the walls you've built up are a result of my actions. The inconsistency and misbehavior I've shown, time and time again, have hurt you deeply. It's hard to admit, but I know that I've caused you significant pain, suffering, and emotional struggle. You've always been someone who tried to bring out the best in me, and yet, instead of appreciating that, I let my own toxic behaviors cloud my judgment. That's why you've had to distance yourself from me, giving me space to reflect. At first, I didn't fully grasp why you needed that distance, but I do now. I see that it wasn't just for your own protection, it was also to help me realize the true damage I was doing. I have been in denial about the effect my actions were having on you. I was blind to the consequences, so wrapped up in my own patterns of behavior that I couldn't see how much I was hurting you. The truth is, I didn't realize how toxic I had become. My intentions were never to cause harm, but intentions mean little when the impact is so destructive. I created so many problems for you, whether I was aware of them or not, and I know those problems didn't just disappear when I wasn't around. They lingered, affecting you in ways that I failed to acknowledge, especially your mental well-being. I can't imagine the weight you must have carried because of me, and it's something I deeply regret. You were always giving me your best, even when I didn't deserve it. You stood by me through my missteps, offering me support when I was lost. But instead of valuing your kindness, I continually asked for more chances to prove myself, to show you that I could change. Each time, I promised that I would do better, yet I failed to live up to those promises. I see now that words without action are meaningless, and my repeated failures must have left you feeling disrespected and undervalued. You deserved so much more from me, but instead, I kept taking without giving anything substantial in return. I know this space you've given me wasn't easy for you, but it was necessary. You needed to protect yourself from the damage I was causing, and I needed to wake up to the reality of my behavior. It's painful for me to look back and realize how much I've hurt you, but that pain is nothing compared to what you've been through. I understand now that my actions were not only selfish, but they were harmful to someone who cared about me, who tried to help me in every way possible. There's so much I want to share with you. I've done a lot of thinking during this time apart, and I've come to realize how important you are to me, not just as someone who I relied on, but as a true friend. Before we move forward, before we even think about the future, I need to say this: I want our friendship back. I miss the bond we had, the trust, the connection that I took for granted. I know I've given you every reason to be cautious, but I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. I need your support and guidance now more than ever. I'm not asking for things to go back to the way they were right away. I know that I have to earn your trust again, and I'm ready to do the work to prove myself to you. But I can't do it alone. I need you in my life, not because I expect you to fix things for me, but because I value your presence, your wisdom, and your kindness. You've been a guiding light for me, even when I didn't realize it, and now that I do, I want to make things right. I want you to know that I'm committed to changing, to being better not just for you, but for myself. I'm learning from my mistakes, and I'm ready to take responsibility for my actions. All I ask is that you give me a chance, not to prove myself with empty promises this time, but to rebuild what we once had with honesty and genuine effort. I miss the friend I had in you, and I hope you can see that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to be that friend to you again.